Greetings in St. Lasal. We are here to present our paper entitled A Theoretical Study on Emigration and Pension Design, which is co-authored with Choa, Ashley Sotero, Venz Reyes, Ruth Obsioma, Dr. Mariel Sauler, and Dr. Dickson Lim. The Philippines is considered to be one of the largest exporters of labor in the world. This may have a possible implication on a country's pension system. In the case of the Philippines, 6.35 billion pesos worth of remittances were invested in pension plans. In 2019, there was a new law, Republic Act 11199, that required OFWs to have a mandatory pension contribution. Philippine pensions are financed by the government and paid with the current income through the pay-as-you-go system, where the current generation is the one that finances the benefits given to the previous generation. Because of the decreasing fertility rate and increasing labor emigration rate, there may be negative implications for the Philippine pension system since these two factors could impose a huge burden on the future society and workforce of the country. The purpose of this study then is to generate insights for a pension design that will suit the Philippine economy using an overlapping generations model. The factors to be considered are labor emigration and the fertility rate of the Philippines. The question then becomes, what are the factors that affect the pension benefit and how? And how does emigration affect the pension benefits of retired workers? In this model, individuals will live for two periods. First, working as adults, then retiring when they become old. For both periods, the individuals will have budgets that limit their consumption. Their consumption as adults, which is financed by their wages, and their consumption when old, which is financed by their savings and pension benefits. However, some of them may decide to work abroad and emigrate before they grow old, which lowers the country's labor force. As the remaining working adults grow old and retire, their children become the new working adults. The wages of working adults are distributed between pension contributions, savings, and consumption. Their pension contributions go to the retired workers while their savings earn interest because it is invested as new capital for production. And when they retire, they receive pension contributions and their savings with interest. By maximizing the individual's utilities and considering their budget constraints and the profit-maximizing conditions of a Cobb-Douglas production function, we find that the optimal pension benefit per pensioner is dependent on the contribution rates, output elasticities of labor and capital, emigration rate, and fertility rate. By setting utility discount factor, output elasticity of capital, contribution rate, and emigration rate values with a range of between 0 to 1 and a fertility rate greater than 0, we can determine the effects of emigration rate and contribution rate on the optimal pension benefit individually, holding all the other variables constant. We find that if the output elasticity of capital is less than 0.5, then optimal pension benefit has an inverse relationship with emigration rate. Therefore, as the emigration rate increases, optimal pension benefit decreases. On the other hand, through a calibration exercise, we find that if the contribution tax rate is below a certain level, optimal pension benefit and contribution rate have a direct relationship. Therefore, below that level, as contribution tax rate increases, optimal pension benefit also increases. For example, if we have a country that has an output elasticity of capital at 1/3 and a utility discount factor of 0.99, then an increasing emigration rate should be paired with a decreasing optimal pension benefit. Also, as long as the contribution rate is below approximately 61.787%, an increasing contribution rate should be paired with an increasing optimal pension benefit. Our study involves a theoretical and calibration exercise, and therefore our aim has been to simply generate insights for policy, and perhaps these can be taken into consideration. Policymakers may opt to adopt a policy that will incentivize individuals to stay in the Philippines so that the current pension benefits are maintained or increased. Examples include expansionary fiscal policy, which will increase economic activity, therefore generating jobs, or the reintegration program, which helps mainstream returning OFWs into Philippine society, wherein they are given livelihood trainings and grant money to start their own businesses. The government may also increase pension benefits when it increases the contribution tax rate. For more exact and definite policy implications, studies more empirical in nature may be conducted. Thank you for listening.